Hello viewers and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network, and we continue to take a look on what's happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. The date is 12 September 2024, and Wopo Uchingono is started once again. It's not stopping anytime soon. He says, I often tell my friends within ZANU-PF who make so much noise about the refurbishment airport in Harare that travel broadens your understanding. The first picture is of Julius Nyerere International Airport, Terminal 3, which is exclusively for international flights. The second picture shows Terminal 2, which is for local flights. Behind is Terminal 1, which is used for charter and some domestic flights. Now, here is the joke that will upset you. Terminal 3 was built from scratch for 250 million. Yet the refurbishment of Zimbabwe's Robert Mugabe International Airport cost more than 200 million. When a country is run by crooks, its citizens will suffer. Do you see a Tanzania cargo plane at Terminal 2? Here is a story you need to know. ZANU-PF inherited an entire cargo airplane from the Rhodesians called Afret Air, but they ran it into the ground just as they destroyed Zimbabwe. So you need to take a look onto the pictures. I think this is the first picture right here. This is the first picture of JK International Airport, and we also have this one. Let us go to the second picture. This is another terminal which he was referring to. These are Air Tanzania planes, the two of them right here. This is something very important to note right here, that other countries still have their airplanes. They have the air services from their own country running up and high. But if you go to Zimbabwe, then things are not working normally. Things are not working properly. These are the pictures posted by Wopo Uchingono. We need to touch issues of importance. Number one, let us take a look onto the issue of cost. Robert Mugabe was already an airport which was functional. There was an expansion which happened, and that expansion then costed around more than 200 million, maybe including my interest and so forth, or including the additional presidential pavilion yakaiswa, or VVIP pavilion which was recently added. Then another terminal right there, which is right there on the picture, it costs around 200 something million. This is for the Tanzania government. If you look onto those costs, what is of importance is to note which project was bigger than the other. If the expansion project of the RGM was bigger, then we can say the cost was okay. But if the expansion was quite smaller, or if the refurbishment was quite bigger than the expansion, then it makes it doesn't make sense. However, we need to note that the border post Rekubet Bridge also was refurbished at around 300 million United States dollars. Mari kunzi nevazhinji vanoona nezveupfumi hwenyika uri kuti yakawandisa. So the government of Zimbabwe has been taking a center stage when it comes to the issues of inflation of invoices. Go to the stories of ZEC, go to the stories Zana Mike Chimombe Zavakapindra Mjere at this point in time. You would see such things happening. They inflate prices. So everywhere you go, the costs are not the costs. I have been asking questions to say, why is it that in Zimbabwe it's so expensive to do things? For example, 1.7 billion was used to refurbish some roads around Harare. 1.7 billion, which is a lot of money. So we need to be honest with each other when we are dealing with these issues. And then the second issue is about the Afret Air, which Wopo Uchingono mentioned. I have not read much about Afret Air, but that I've heard about stories about the Afret Air. So many companies were left in the hands of the Zimbabwean government after 1980 independence, but those companies were run down. So many mines were left in the hands of the Zimbabwean government. Those mines were run down. Some of them were privatized. So many institutions were left by the government. The parastatals were left by the government of Ian Smith. Go to Dairy Board now, Codco, GMB, Zupco, These are parastatals which had other names, but they were functional during the Rhodesia era. Then we were left with the best train system in the Southern African region, next to South Africa. But we no longer have anything at this point in time. Everything was ran down. So out of hatred, ZANU-PF would never accept the truth. Would never accept wise counsel. They always argue. But this remains the truth. So these issues raised by Opo Chingono, they are valid, very, very valid. Okay, Judah Jongwe says RGM International Airport refurbishment is 153. Half truths will not aid your cause. Enough are bad to from this regime already. Let's stay to true to facts. Okay. So Wopo says normalizing reading. Go and search online how much the VVIP pavilion cost and the interest. Then the loans are paid. So maybe we need to do that research. VVIP. That is RGM Mugabe. RGM VVIP pavilion, so that we see the costs K of the pavilion only, so that we get to understand what really transpired and what really happened. So what is happening in the nation Zimbabwe really need some serious people, really need some things to be done in a different way. So I'm trying to find where the VVIP pavilion is, but it seems as if I can't find it. So there are two phases. There is the first phase. Okay, it was completed for 13 million. So the pavilion is 13 million. If you add 13 million, then add it to 153, then my interest are you understand what Wopo Chingono is meaning. So this is in Zimbabwe. This is the problem which we have in Zimbabwe. The issues raised by Chingono right here, these are valid issues, which we believe ZANU-PF people, if they are serious, they need to deal with these issues so that they avoid creating a situation which always put the Zimbabwean people into number one, debt, and number two, into unending poverty. And most importantly, we have to know that Zimbabweans themselves, the majority of Zimbabweans themselves, they are not able to use Harare International Airport for flights simply because they can't afford. That is another issue. A lot of people who are working cannot afford to fly from Harare to Vic Falls, to fly from Harare to Bulawayo. They can't because they can't afford. That is the problem which we have. So economic collapse continues, and this is what is happening. I do not know your thoughts, guys, regarding the post of Wopo Chingono. He is actually saying there was misuse of funds, or there was inflation of the total cost of refurbishing Harare International Airport, now Robert Mugabe International Airport, up to 250 million. What are your thoughts regarding this whole issue? Let us have a conversation. Let us talk and understand.